What's up guys, Zac Perna here, and on today's video I go through the basics of training and how to get started with home workouts. I be that young rapping dude, might just trap with you, coming with the thunder baby. Alright guys, so I've been getting a lot of people message me lately asking what they should do if they don't have a gym membership or they can't afford one, you know, what are good home workouts that they can do. And I just tell them, look, join a gym, because it's a lot easier to do that than explain this. But I thought today, hopefully this will help a few of you guys out, and I'll give you some workouts that you can do at home completely, and you only need, I'd say, 2 pairs of dumbbells. So I'll explain what we're gonna do, and I'll explain why, and I'll explain the muscles that you're gonna use. Because I'm assuming now, if you're watching this, you probably don't have much of an idea about training or anything like that. So I'm gonna start from scratch, and we'll build it up. Okay, so first thing you need to know is if you're gonna start doing home workouts, you just gotta know that if you wanna get a good physique or you wanna get something out of it, you're gonna have to level up from that and join a gym at some point, or just buy heavier weights, because your body's gonna get used to it and that resistance isn't gonna be enough, and you're gonna need to put a bit more resistance on it and go heavier. So that's why, you know, after a few months you might think, all right, I'm ready to join a gym now. And it's fine. I started my first, probably, I reckon, 6 months of training was at home. It was in my bedroom. I had my brother write me up a workout program, and he knew just as much about it as me. We were both pretty clueless. Ended up doing some ridiculous exercises, but it was good because it gave me the confidence to go into the gym with half an idea of what to do. A lot of people just really don't have an idea, which is fine. I mean, it's not a lot of people do. So I'll try to give you guys a bit of an idea of what you can do by yourself, and then when you're ready to join a gym or you got the money, you can do it. For you guys, if you don't know, split is how you split up your days throughout the week of what you're gonna train. So because you're new to the gym, you don't need a lot. You're gonna get really sore. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a push, pull, leg split. So you're gonna split your whole body up into pushing, pulling, and legging, and legs. So push, you've got chest, you've got triceps, the back of your arm, and you've got shoulders because you're pushing up. If you're pulling, you've got your back, and you've got your biceps. And if you're doing legs, it's your lower body. Okay, so we're gonna split it up into those 3. And what you can do is you can go Monday push, and then maybe rest Tuesday, and then Wednesday pull, rest Thursday, Friday legs, and you can either just repeat it, or you can do everything once a week or twice a week. I'd recommend just start off doing once a week, and then as you get more used to it and you start getting less sore, maybe train everything twice a week. So it's really up to you guys. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 2 exercises per muscle group, effectively, and I'll run you through the sets and reps in the video when I edit it, okay? So what you're gonna need, what you'll need is you'll need 2 pairs of dumbbells. One moderately heavy, so think of medium, maybe 10 kilos, should be okay. And then 1 pair of light ones, so between 3 kilos to 5 kilos. And that way you can kind of do a bit of everything with those. You don't need to completely tax your body to failure. At the start, it's all about just feeling the muscle, knowing what you're working, learning about it, and you're not gonna need ridiculously heavy weights. And so provided you buy 2 pairs of dumbbells or a pair of adjustable dumbbells, that's really all you're gonna need at the start. And the rest we're gonna improvise, okay? Let's get to it. All right guys, so we're about to start chest. And what we're gonna do is a dumbbell floor press. So it's a bench press, but if you don't have a bench, that's fine. You can just start off using the floor. You're just a little bit limited with your range, but that's okay. So what you're gonna think about is really pushing through your chest. So try to feel your chest, and go really slow on the way down too. So maybe 2 seconds on the way down, and maybe 1 second on the way up. And you're gonna go about 10 reps as well. Slow on the way down. So once you finish with your floor press, you're gonna move into just normal push-ups. So kind of keep a little bit of a wider position of your hands, because it's gonna work more chest and less tricep. And again, really squeeze through your chest, slow on the way down, and keep a nice strong core throughout the whole movement as well. And just as many as you can. So once you've done 4 sets of each of those, then we're gonna move on to shoulders, and we're gonna do 2 exercises for shoulders. 1 press, so a shoulder press, and 1 raise, just like that. okay? So if you have an office chair, like I used to use an office chair in my room with a little bit of a back on it, then you can use that. Or you can just use like a normal, like a bed or a bench or anything like that. You might get a little bit sore in your lower back. So just be careful of that. And we're gonna start off with shoulder press. So with shoulder press, get your medium dumbbells, or you can go light, it's up to you. And I like to flick them up, so put them on your knees, flick them up here, and you're literally just pressing up like that. Don't have to go all the way up, just go nice and slow. And you've got about 10 reps there too. So what the press is gonna be working is basically the whole shoulder, but a lot of the side and a lot of the front. And so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do some side raises to really emphasize that side, so it looks like shoulder width. So grab your light dumbbells, and you can either do them standing or you can do them seated. It's really up to you guys. I'll do them seated just for the purpose of the video now. These are quite tricky to get right. You want a slight bend in your elbows. Just go really slow to start, and you just all the way out to the side. Hold at the top, slow down. A lot of guys swing these, and it really doesn't do the job well enough in my opinion. Nice and slow. So I'm using 4s now. If I'm training properly, I'll probably use... Shut up, bird! Hey! I'm trying to make a video! Sorry, there's a bird that's just doing my head in. If I'm training normally, I'll probably use between 5 kilos or 7 kilos. You really don't need to go heavy with these guys, so just pick a light pair. Your shoulders are pretty much done, and then you're gonna move on to triceps. So again, we're hitting the back of your arm, and we're gonna start off with an overhead movement. So we're gonna do an overhead extension with your light dumbbell. So starting up here, and just lock your elbow like this, slowing the way down, just really stretching here, and then exactly the way back up you can. So I did tries yesterday, and this is very painful, even with a light weight. So nice and slow, and squeezing the tricep. So you do 10 reps, and then swap arms. 4 sets of that. And then we're gonna move into some dips. So if you've got any bench or a bed or whatever, you can do them off that. Very easy to do. So what you wanna do is make it harder for yourself. You don't wanna just punch through them really quick, because then you're not gonna feel it in tries at all. You wanna go really nice and slow, and really squeeze your tricep. So this is what we're doing. Just like that. Squeeze up with your tricep. Slow. And you can go 10 reps to 15 reps. Just see how you go. And again, 4 sets. So now that we've got push done, it's time for pull. And when it comes to back, there's 2 main movements you can really do. There's a row, so you're pulling like this way, and it's gonna get a lot of your back thickness. And then there's like a pull down or a chin up, where you're gonna get a lot of lats involved, which is the width of your back. So what you wanna do ideally is invest in a cheap pull-up bar. So you can find bars anywhere. I might even go find a tree, we'll see. If you can get one, we had one in between the doorway, and we used that for a while. Me and my brother used to get really good at chin-ups because we had it literally in our door. You got a door, you got a gym. So we did them nearly every day, and you get really good at them. So you'll probably start off, you might be really weak, you might not even be able to do one, but there's ways of getting stronger and getting around that. So get a pull-up bar, or just find a bar like this or a tree or whatever you can, and we'll use that. So if you guys want, you can buy a little like chin-up station like we've got here. They're not too expensive, but for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna go outside and find something, because I know some of you guys won't have this, which is fine. Let's do it. So like I said guys, for pull-ups, all you need is some kind of horizontal bar or tree or whatever, and you're just gonna see how many you can get. If you get, above 3, that's really good for your first time. If you can't get one, like I said, don't worry. I'll show you how to do them properly and how to work your way into them, okay? So as many as you can, 4 sets. So you want to grab kind of shoulder width apart, and you really want to emphasize the stretch. So come all the way down and just come as high up as you possibly can. Okay, and if you can't do any, I'll show you what you can do. You can jump up and then slowly lower yourself down. Do like 6 or 10 reps of those, and your lats are gonna get stronger, your back's gonna get stronger, and then soon you'll be able to just hoist yourself up. That's one. So doing those, they're called negatives, and that's getting yourself stronger at half of the movement, and soon you'll be able to do 10 or as many as you like. So we're gonna move into a dumbbell row now. So this is gonna work nearly the whole back, and you really wanna do it nice and slow, because there's a few different ways of doing this incorrectly, but if you do it a lot slower, you'll be able to feel your back a lot more, and you'll get better at it as well. So starting, you can put your foot up, one foot up on the bed if you like, or a bench, and what you're gonna do is grab your medium dumbbells, and pull your elbow back, just like that. That's 1, 2, and we're gonna go 10 reps, and then you're gonna swap sides. 3, just like that. And that way you're hitting this whole part of your lat, as well as your upper back. So 10 reps, then swap arms. 4 sets. The thing about home workouts, guys, is unfortunately, you really have to improvise. So that's what I'm doing now. I've looked outside, we've got a big tree. You know what they say, you got a tree, you got a gym, and nobody says that, but we're gonna do some inverted rows on it. So it's kind of like the dumbbell row. We're gonna work the whole back and do them nice and slow. I'll show you how it's done. So this is quite possibly the worst position to do a workout in, like tangled in a tree. But I think you guys will get the message, and you'll be able to find something that's a lot better than this. So what you need is just a straight bar like this, if it's a branch or whatever you can find. And what you're gonna do is get a shoulder width grip, a little bit wider, kick your feet out in front of you, and you're gonna pull to your chest. Just like that. The sun's in my eyes, it's glary as hell. Nice and slow. 10 reps, 3 or 4 sets. Now I'm guessing after the back movements, your biceps should be feeling a little bit sore already. So we're not gonna need to do too much more for biceps. We're gonna start off with a dumbbell curl. So grabbing your light dumbbells, what you wanna do is you can go one at a time and slowly twist up. So that's 1. And you go 10 per arm. So see how we're twisting the wrist at the top? That's just allowing the bicep to squeeze a little more. But if you prefer to do them just open-handed, that's okay as well. So once you finish with the normal bicep curls, we're gonna do a variation, it's called a hammer curl. And what we're gonna do is you're just gonna grab the dumbbell like this, and it's working the top of the forearm, as well as this part of the bicep too. And what you're gonna do is, from start, slowly come up, squeeze. So your hand position doesn't change, slow on the way down, and squeeze, just like that. If you want, you can go 2 at a time, 10 reps per arm, or just like we did before, 1 at a time. If you control it on the way down, control that speed so it's nice and slow, your arms should be on fire. Alright, so next we've got legs. Not everyone's favorite. I've got to admit, I barely trained them for my first few years of training, and it really caught up to me because then your upper body grows, your legs don't, you look like a chicken, and it's pretty embarrassing. So definitely start off training your legs, guys, especially because it's such a big muscle group. It boosts other like growth hormones and testosterone, which are gonna help build muscle elsewhere too. So don't just think, I don't want big legs, because they're probably not gonna get too big. It's gonna help the whole body grow. Alright, so we're gonna do basically a few different variations of a squat and a lunge. It's pretty simple, guys. Start off with bodyweight squats, and we'll go 4 sets. And with your reps, let's go a slow 15, so 10 to 15. Try feel the front of your legs and the back of your legs too. So it might feel a little weird, but you just wanna take it slow and try to get as close to parallel as you can. So, it's like starting like this. You can lift your arms if you want, and just sit down. And up next, we've got our dumbbell walking lunges. So if you want to do this outside, it's a really good exercise to do outside because you can just walk all the way up one way, and then you can either turn around or have a rest. So take a nice wide step, keep your dumbbells by your sides, and slowly come down, up. So try not to let your knee touch the ground. And up, just like that. And you'll go 10 reps per leg. So once you finish your lunges, we're gonna do some goblet squats. So You want to grab your light dumbbell, just like this, and hold it nice and close to you, like that. And you're just going to do a squat with the dumbbell held up high. Again, 10 reps and about 4 sets too. And if you found that wasn't enough to absolutely cook your legs, what you can do is you can drop the weights on your lunges and just do a few more sets of body weight lunges. You can do more body weight squats, or go ride a bike. Like do some sprints on a bike, your quads will be on fire. So there's a few different things you can do to up the intensity, but we're gonna keep it pretty simple for today, just a couple squats and a lunge movement. Once you join a gym, there's a ton of different machines you can use, all of which you can add a lot of weight to. But for now, we're just starting slow and actually getting your muscles used to being under that type of tension. So the training is only one aspect of it. You still need to have your diet in check, and it's very difficult to do it all in one video, but I'll just say a few things now if you're wondering. If you're looking to gain muscle, you need to be eating more food than you're burning. So for a lot of you, you're gonna need to eat a lot more food. I'll show you some supplements that I think are great starters too. Number one, whey protein. So this is a hydrolyzed whey protein, meaning it's very fast in the digestion. So just take it after your workout. There's no need to take 4 scoops a day. Don't take a mass gainer loaded with sugars. Just take like a good quality whey isolate straight after your workout. Mix it in with some creatine, just 5 grams a day, and that's gonna help fill your muscles up with water, get them a bit stronger as well. And then the rest should come through your food. So you should be eating enough meat to meet your daily protein intakes, or whatever other sources of protein you like, eggs, whatever. And also just eating enough calories to fuel everything. Okay, so provided you've got your diet in check, you've got your training, you've got a couple supplements if you want to go down that track, then you might be ready to join a gym and step it up another level. Okay, so this is just a basic home workout, like starting point. It's for the people who really don't know where to begin. So I hope you guys got something out of this video, and let me know if you want me to post any other videos on tutorials at home or beginner workouts or making a split or anything like that. Just chuck them in the comments below. Unfortunately, I've ran out of samples for the Massive Fan giveaways, but I'm still gonna choose Massive Fan winners, and I'll give you guys a shout out as well. Let's do it. So like I said, guys, unfortunately I've ran out of samples to give away, so instead I'm just gonna give you a Massive Fan feature. This week's Massive Fan feature goes to Zulu. He says, "Did you hear the bloke that invented fairy bread died?" Apparently hundreds and thousands turned up at his funeral. Hashtag Massive Fan. That made me laugh. It actually made my mum laugh. She had to read it out to me as well. So we enjoyed it. Thank you for your comment. Remember guys, if you want to get your comment featured, you just write something interesting or whatever contribution, hashtag Massive Fan, and I'll feature you in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, took something out of it. I've got nothing left. That is it from me. And you guys know what to do. Stay massive. All these sexy jeans in my section, and slide into your DMs in the PM and the AM. Then I slide into your feelings when you see just what I'm saying. I ain't never tryna front. I'ma show you, girl, what's up.